It's action. It's drama. It's comedy. It's Decian, the superhero webcomic. Decian has superhero antics and sexy girls. Catch updates weekly at Decian.com and NoSuperPants.com.
Welcome to Videoland.
Mega High! Wake up, Kid Icarus!
Welcome to Castlevania.
It's Cargo Land!
Mother Brain will get you, little princess.
Princess, the palace is under siege!
Behold, the ultimate warp zone.
Kevin, I thought I told you to clean up your room. Whoa!
Captain N, the Game Master.
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Pixels in the Animation. I am one of your hosts, TFJ and Mike. Joining me in this epic journey is TV's Mr. Neil.
I'll give you a TKO from Tokyo.
Oh yeah.
All of these are going to be English quotes from video games, folks.
Today we continue the Captain and the Game Master reviews as we talk about the next 3 episodes of this all-gen gaming cartoon. Oh boy. So yeah, the first episode, episode 20. Episode 21 a couple weeks ago. Interesting first 3 episodes. It's gonna be really interesting how I approach these 3 because 2 of them I was not expecting a few things. Mm-hmm. So, any initial thoughts before we get into the episodes?
Not really, except that I wasn't expecting 2 of these to be actually like 2 halves of a 2-parter. That kind of caught me off guard. I'm like, oh, the episode isn't actually ending.
Well, it ended for a week.
Yeah. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I didn't remember it either. So, all right, we're gonna get into the first episode after this.
The power to rule Videoland! But most important of all, the power to destroy the princess and that maddening Captain N! Metroid mirror on my wall, tell me how to crush them once and for all!
Hidden within Mount Icarus's towering peak, the 3 sacred treasures contain the power you seek. For 10,000 years they've been sight unseen. But bring the treasures together and you'll soon be queen.
Yes, Queen Mother Brain, supreme dictator of Videoland. What a wonderful boss. Give me the princess.
Yes, Mother Brain.
Meanwhile, at the Palace of Power...
Kevin, hurry!
Don't worry, Princess. I'll be right there in a flash. Oh!
Nice try, Kevinicus.
Wow! A life-size Donkey Kong simulator. What a concept!
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
If you've called to threaten us again, it won't work, Mother Brain.
You're absolutely right, my dear. Threatening hasn't worked. And I apologize for my rude behavior. All of this fighting gets us nowhere. What do you say we settle our differences in a more sportsmanlike way?
I don't trust her. She's up to something.
What do you suggest, Mother Brain?
A challenge. We'll hold a Video Olympics on Mount Icarus. My warriors, athletes, against Captain N and his N team. If we lose, we'll never set foot off Metroid again. If we win, I'll be the new princess of Videoland.
All right, first up is Video Olympics. Mother Brain proposes a challenge, Video Olympics on Mount Icarus, with her League of Darkness competing against the N team. Okay, that has to be somebody writing the wiki article. I don't ever remember her villains called the League of Darkness.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
No, competing against the N team, winner takes the throne of Videoland. This serves to distract the N team as Mother Brain wants to get the 3 sacred treasures and conquer Videoland elements from Donkey Kong, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out!, Mega Man, and Kid Icarus. Wait, what? A to be continued? What the hell? That was when I went back and I watched that, because like I said 2 weeks ago, I haven't seen this series in 7 years since the DVDs came out. So when I watched this, I'm like, wait, what? How? No! Thankfully, I didn't have to wait, because I don't remember if Captain N was in daily syndication or weekly. I don't remember how it was airing. I think it was Saturday morning, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Saturday morning. I don't think it was ever syndicated after that on weekdays, just because there wouldn't be enough episodes. I mean, maybe later in the '90s when that whole thing went away. That whole syndication packet needing 65 episodes that went away.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But yeah, I mean, I was like, well, hello, where's the rest of the... I was waiting for another 21 minutes.
Yeah, I'm looking at the clock, and I'm like, they better wrap this up. I mean, they're running out of time here.
Yeah. This first part, I like it. It's interesting. Have you ever played Kid Icarus?
I've played a little bit of it. It's kind of like a lousy version of Metroid. It's just kind of it's hard to explain. It's like if you duck, you fall through the floor. If you see, unlike Metroid, if you're going up like a vertical stage, in Metroid you can keep going up or you can go back down. In Kid Icarus, if you decide to go back down, you die. So I'm like, this sucks. And then I put in Metroid.
Yeah, I'm looking at a screenshot of the game from Wiki and the Sky World. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I never played this game.
It's very old school Nintendo, but when I say old school, I mean like before they discovered how to do good graphics.
Yeah. So the plot in this is that Mother Brain wants the 3 treasures on Mount Icarus, and she creates this Video Olympics to distract the N-Team. And of course, her villains cheat. Mm-hmm. Even though I do have to commend them at first, because they were really trying to quote-unquote work out.
To Mega Move.
Yes.
To feel our pain, we should just put like a bed of Mega Move in a constant loop underneath the podcast. Just so the listeners know.
Don't tempt me.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't tempt me. I will. Yeah, so this first part is that I like the plot of this first part, because we don't know we as the viewer don't know what the secret treasures are. What it just, all Mother Brain says is, oh, it'll give me ultimate power. And I like seeing them do somewhat mock-up events of real Olympic events. I mean, at least they got the shot put right, even though Mega Man shot puts it into another. I'm sorry. Mega Man might be a strong robot, but he ain't Superman. There's no way he could have shot putted that ball into the next galaxy.
Yeah. But on that same note, I'm not sure why he had to work out, because he's a robot. He's not going to get stronger.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he should just, instead of working out, he should go defeat a couple of the robot masters and be like, hey guys, I have a new power. Oh, I'm sorry. It'd be like, hey guys, I have a new power.
Yeah.
That voice.
Any overall thoughts on the plot for this one?
Kind of a strange plot. I mean, it's like basically a MacGuffin plot. It's like, we have to get these 3 things. But in the meantime, we're going to distract the N-Team by having I'm just gonna call them the N-Team, distracting them by throwing out an Olympics an Olympic tournament and blatantly cheat, and which I guess wasn't against the rules because no one got called for it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's very strange, but it's no stranger than anything that Skeletor would have done. So
yeah, that's very true, He-Man.
You, princess?
We've got to give her the benefit of the doubt. Woo.
But this is what we've been waiting for, Your Highness. A chance for peace.
I know, but Mother Brain can't be trusted. What if it's a trick?
Well, if it is, what better way to find out than to go along with it?
What if we lose?
Lose? With me on our team? Don't be ridiculous.
With Captain N leading us, we'll have the mega power to win. What do you say, Your Highness?
Alright, we are button mashing those power pads. Simon got it in the rear, and that was funny. That was funny using Kid as an... Simon got it in the rear, and then he turns around, and I will say, I did like this moment from Simon. He turns around and uses Kid Icarus as an arrow. I will say that was really funny. So, yeah. Yeah, I only have 2 notes. I have that one, and I said, nice seeing the Mega Balls when Mega Man got destroyed, and the sound effect of him, the game effect of him getting destroyed. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that was kind of a neat effect.
What about you? What'd you like about this one?
Well, I noticed that during the Mega Man competition when they were climbing up the ladders and everything, that was almost basically taken out of the Elect Man stage of the first Mega Man game, that whole thing. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, they actually got something from the game. And it had everything except for the music that kind of sounded like Journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was basically it. It was kind of a weird episode. But, the wrestling competition where Donkey Kong wins by sitting on Kevin.
Kevin would have been dead.
Yeah. I mean, he basically did the earthquake then.
Yeah. Kevin would have been dead because Donkey Kong in this series has to at least be 600, 700, 800 pounds.
Oh, way more than that. I mean, we're talking like multiple tons.
Yeah. He's a megaton.
Yeah, he not only sat on him, but basically pushed him through the ring.
Yeah. Yeah. Kevin should be dead right now. No more series. No more episodes of the show.
Yeah, kind of funny because something happens in the second half of this episode that kind of calls back to him getting squished. But we'll get to that in time.
Yes. All right, we're gonna go get zapped.
But we're practicing for the games, just like you told us to. I didn't expect you to practice sports. I expected you to practice cheating, you hippopotamus head.
But why do we need to cheat if you're just going to destroy them with the power of the 3 sacred treasures?
Because, you cauliflower brain. Winning the games will improve my image as Princess of Videoland. Well, if it's cheating she wants, it's cheating she'll get. Like my famous wrecking ball punch.
Yeah, and my broccoli bazooka.
Why, you?
No, wait, it was an accident.
I'll give you an accident on purpose. Defend yourself!
Okay, you asked for it. I'll squash you.
No!
And I'll beat you.
Huh?
And I'll get you in an artichoke hold.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm gonna give you the old flying hippo eggplant jam slam!
Not the flying hippo eggplant jam slam!
Meanwhile, back at the Palace of Power, the princess grows fearful of losing Mother Brain's challenge.
So, it took us 3 episodes. Okay, this is the 4th episode, but it took us 3 episodes for me to notice an animation error. On Simon, he's shown in the light blue uniform without the N before the rest of the team gets their gear. It's like a half a second. But I did notice it. And I know, suspension of disbelief, but how the hell did they all get matching blue and yellow spandex and gear that fast? It's not like the princess is going to sew 6 different uniforms.
Maybe Dr. Light doubles as a tailor.
Maybe. And at this point, we're 4 episodes in, and I'm already ready to shoot Kid Icarus with a gun. Prince Essakis, oh my god. Oh my god. It just, no. No. What don't you like about this one?
The animation was kind of poor for this episode. It gets better in the second half, but I thought it was kind of I didn't notice any overt errors like coloring errors or anything, but it was kind of glitchy, and a lot of characters were off model, little wall-eyed at times, and I always kind of the trademark sigh comes in whenever that starts happening. I'm like, oh boy, I remember why the 90s was a painful time for me. Yeah, there were times when like when they were exercising, they were doing jumping jacks. They weren't even doing the full jumping jack. It was kind of this weird, kind of floaty jumping animation, and when they were jogging, it looked weird. And it just reminded me. I'm like, I rag on modern animation a lot, but sometimes I guess it just isn't that bad.
Well, the other thing, as you mentioned, their jumping jacks and their jump roping. Again, why is his whip alive? His whip ties him up. Seriously? Alright. So we are going to move on to the next episode.
I've done it! Captain N and the princess will never be able to find their way out of that war. I am the supreme ruler of Video Land!
Meanwhile, within the deadly warp zone to oblivion.
Something tells me we're about to have a nightmare on Mother Brain Street.
It's the mega center of our universe, where all warp zones intersect.
Which one of these Walpicus zones did we come out of?
I don't know, but the wrong one could take us to any of 100 deadly fates.
Be cool, guys. This is your captain speaking, and I've got an idea how to find the way home. Simon, have you got any rope in that backpack of yours?
No, but I've got some fishing line.
Perfect. We'll have a better chance of finding the way back if we each take a different warp zone. Whoever finds the right one, just give a tug on the line.
Affirmative.
Eeny, meeny, miny, molgus. This is the warp zone into which I go again.
You're next, Simon.
Don't be silly. I want to make sure both of you get off safely.
That's very thoughtful of you, Simon.
Good luck.
Who needs luck when you have brains? I'll just hang out here until I feel a pull in my line, and I won't have to risk my handsome neck. On the other hand, why worry about a neck when you've got an entire body to think of?
Yeah, I freaking love the Mega Land levels. So awesome. That was really cool. And I thought it was an interesting way to do a two-parter. Yeah, you're right. They didn't get lost long enough, but again, going back to, oh my god, they don't have enough time for this. That end shot from Video Olympics, that was really cool. And they kind of started with that when they went in. I did think it was a little bit of ingenious on Kevin's part with the fishing line. The only problem with that is, specifically with Lana, while we both agree seeing her slide into home plate is glorious. I'm sorry. There's no way that fishing line would last 90 feet because it's 90 feet between third base and home plate. So, I even though I forgot it was a two-parter, I thought it was a really interesting way to do a two-parter. You start out on one game and then you come back and do another game. What did you like about this one?
Well, what you just mentioned, which is Princess Lana sliding into home plate. Yes. I like that they did a pretty good job of representing Mega Man, aside from kind of doing Cuts Man and then kind of rushing through the other five.
Yeah.
Medusa, they I don't know if that's how you beat Medusa. No, I'm pretty sure it's not, because Medusa is like a giant head in the game. That was kind of interesting. That's more like that sort of thing was more like something out of I don't remember what movie, but where they make her look into the mirror to turn herself into stone. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what movie it's from, but to me it would kind of be like common sense. Because the whole thing with Medusa is if you look at her, she'll turn you to stone.
Which, of course, Simon was stupid enough to think, oh, she sounds sexy, so she must be sexy. He takes off his glasses, or takes off his goggles that was blocking his vision, and instantly turns to stone because he's an idiot.
Best thing that ever happened to Simon Belmont.
And then he got changed back once Medusa was turned to stone.
And then he goes all army on us. It's like, as your commanding officer, I command you to free this world. Yeah. All right. Any other good points?
Not that I can really think of. There was some sort of like trash robot that Dr. Wright. God, I hate calling him Dr. Wright.
Just call him Dr. Light.
Yeah, we know who he is. It kind of looks like a robot that was in Mega Man 3. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be that, but the resemblance is uncanny nonetheless. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have.
All right, we are going to get zapped after this.
Gutsman's the name, cutting's my game, and I don't mean hair.
He's too powerful. We can't stop him.
We can with a little help from man's best friend. Duco boy, remember how you love to bark and run circles around the gardener? That's right. Guess what? He's the new gardener. Go get him!
Where you four-legged, whatever you are!
Dude, lay down! Good boy, Duke.
Well, that wasn't so bad.
You're right, Princess. Compared to the next 5 robots, Gutsman was just a wimp.
All right. 4 bad moments for getting zapped. God, Simon, you are a horrid character. It's not just that he's vain, arrogant, all the stuff we mentioned 2 weeks ago. It's not anything that we already mentioned in this episode. The fact that on top of all this other crap that he is, he doesn't listen. He doesn't listen to he doesn't even pay attention to what he hears, because he heard her laugh before she talked in her sexy voice. Mm-hmm. So wouldn't he associate that with, oh my god, it's Medusa, well, she can't be that bad? It's just like... And okay, we're 5 episodes in. Mega Move is pissing me off. It's getting on my nerves now. Because this episode, it was everywhere.
It won't stop.
Yeah, it won't stop.
Oh god! And every time Mega Man would start to say something, I swear I thought every time he was going to say, "We better make a move," and if that had actually happened, my brain would have exploded.
Oh boy! Any other negative for this one?
Just the plot hole that I mentioned earlier was like, okay, Kevin gets squished by Donkey Kong during the Olympics, the video, whatever it was called, the Video Olympics, and then in this one he gets squished by the one-eyed stompy robot thing that I don't remember the name of. But that's actually is an enemy in Mega Man.
Yeah, Big Eye.
Yeah,
is what they call it in the game in the cartoon. But yeah,
they get squished and they die, but it's like a video game. They lose a life and they have to go back to the last checkpoint. Yeah, but it's like, okay, if I guess it's not really that bad of a negative point, but it is like a plot hole in the previous episode.
Yeah, but it's different because they were following Mega Man's actual rules. Yeah. They were following video game logic.
Except that there are no continues in this version for some reason.
Okay, yes, you're right. But I'm saying, in general, with Mega Man, if you get hit, it takes your energy away, or if you get hit hard enough, it'll make you go poof and you regenerate. But with the Donkey Kong thing, that was a straight up... Donkey Kong murdered Kevin. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody comments. Donkey Kong, the giant ape, the 100-ton ape that he is, murdered Kevin Keene. Because Kevin should have been dead right there. Because in the Mega Land section of it, they're using Mega Man's energy.
Right.
And you see Kevin when he gets stomped on by the Big Eye, you see him glow red. Thankfully, it wasn't a very dark red, or else it would have been associated for blood. But you see him glow red for a few minutes, and that didn't happen in the Donkey Kong segment. But yeah, I kind of see your point. All right, we're going to move on to the final episode of the day.
Look out, Simon! He's making a break for it!
He's getting ready to shoot! Block him, Kid Icarus!
It's your heart out, Magic Johnson.
I got it!
Let a pro handle this, kid.
Get it!
Okay, we're tied 20-20, Princess. Make this shot and we win the game.
Block it! Block it!
You did it! We won!
Oh, your world has some really fun games, Kevin.
That was really using your head, Kid Icarus.
I tried, Icarus.
Looks like you came up a little short, huh, guys?
It's not my fault I'm so short, Icarus.
Kid Icarus! What's the matter?
I can never have fun at games because I'm so small.
The 6th episode of Captain and the Game Master is entitled Wishful Thinking. The N team discovers a magic lamp. Oh no. No. No, no, no. So Kid Icarus wishes himself to become bigger, and everything goes horribly wrong. To make matters worse, Mother Brain has set her sights on getting it for herself, and sends Eggplant Wizard and King Hippo to steal it. No. Oh my god. An Aladdin episode. in Captain. You know, if this show had gone on to 94, they could have actually had Aladdin in the friggin' episode.
Oh, jeez.
I did like the voice of the genie. I don't know who voiced him, but
yeah, I kind of like how he was just kind of like, I don't know, he was just kind of very not into what was going on. He was just kind of exasperated and kind of sighed a lot, like, oh boy, here we go again. That kind of guy. I'm like, yes, my favorite character already.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And it's kind of like a monkey paw type plot where like you could wish for something, but the wish is always going to go wrong.
Yeah. And it does not say on here who voiced the genie, which kind of sucks. But I did like the genie's voice. Very, very cool. So the plot for this is basically, as I mentioned 2 weeks ago, Kid Icarus and Mega Man are pretty much midgets. And Kid Icarus really takes issue with his size.
Yeah, he prefers to be called little people.
Yeah, sure he does.
There are people out there laughing at that, Mike.
No, I know. He's coming up a little short.
Yes.
It just... This is a standard episode that somebody I mean, if you don't even want to call it an Aladdin episode, it's your standard, oh my god, this person wishes to be something that they're not. And then they have to learn the lesson of, well, you've had it inside you all along. Just because you're small doesn't mean you're insignificant and learning lessons and blah, 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 blah. What I did like about the plot and how they executed it was the fact that Kid Icarus's voice changed.
Yeah.
He grew bigger. I thought that was kind of cool. I'm not sure if it was the same voice actor. I would assume it would be.
Yeah, it sounded like they just pitched the actor down.
Yeah. The whole genie plot. Sure, Captain N, I could see why he would wish that, to be the best with his zapper and power pad.
It kind of felt like they were taking a shot at the Game Genie because he wished for something that made him like better and stronger, and then he was like, "Wow, this is boring," and I'm like, "Oh, that was basically Nintendo's slam against the Game Genie." It's like it takes the challenge and fun away.
Yeah.
In fact, for the rest of the episode, I'm just going to call him the Game Genie.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's go ahead and punch them power pads after this.
Wow, I didn't know Kid Icarus was so sensitive about his size.
It must be tough on the little fella, not being tall, dark, and handsome like myself.
Fortunately, he'll never be as conceited either.
Oh, there must be something we can do to make him feel mega better.
Not now, Duke. We're busy.
Later, Duke!
Beat it, will ya?
I am the Power Genie.
Huh? Where'd he come from?
Whosoever possesses my lamp, to him I shall grant any wish.
What lamp?
Duke?
Where'd he get it?
Who cares? With a magic lamp, I could save Videoland.
I could be the strongest man in the universe.
I could be even handsomer.
Here, boy.
Drop it, Duke! Now we'll see if this thing really works. I wish I was unbeatable with my zapper and power pad.
Your wish is my command.
This is way cool! Hey, I can't miss! Nah, this is really boring.
In that case, I'll take it. I wish the princess would fall head over heels for me.
If that's what you want.
Oh, Simon!
Your exquisiteness.
Oh! Ow! Oh!
Let me help you.
Thanks! Oh! Head over heels? Nice going, Simon.
I wish I was 10 times mega stronger than I am now.
You asked for it.
I don't feel any stronger. Oh, mega much, it didn't work.
Oh, this lamp is ruining everything! Oh, I wish we'd never made any wishes.
Now there's a sensible wish.
Whew, that was close.
All right, put those power pads down, ladies and gentlemen. What do you got for good points, sir?
Just that, like we said before, the genie just very exasperated, like really kind of disgusted with all the wishes that are being made. He's like, "Oh, I guess I gotta grant this one," and kind of being sarcastic too. There are times where he's just kind of grinning as he's like insulting the characters, like Eggplant Wizard wishes for Kid Icarus to be very small, and he's like, the size of your brain, perhaps.
Yeah.
He's just really passive aggressive and funny. He's the best character in this episode.
Oh yeah.
Possibly even the entire show. But
well, I don't know, because there are a couple of Hyruleans that show up later.
That's
so
true.
There's that.
I also like that. God, was this the episode that had? Oh, I'm blanking. What was There was. Oh yeah, this was the episode where they turned Mother Brain into a maid, and for some reason she had to go along with it, even though she was like, "I'll get you guys." You know, it's like, well, why don't you just do that now? You turn into a tank, don't you?
Yeah, good old Mother Maid, and then later in the episode she was Mother Basketball Player or something or other.
They put her in a boxing match.
Oh, that's
the captain of that team.
Yeah. Mother Tyson. There you go.
So, you know, if Mother Brain was smart, she would just get Mike Tyson, because no one can beat Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody can beat up on King Hippo. Yeah, for me, I don't know. I didn't love or hate this episode, but at the same time, I didn't really care. I mean, I've pretty much already said both of my notes for both segments in the plot. The Aladdin episode. But I will say that for good moments, I did, all the wishes that the N team made, I thought those were pretty interesting. I thought that was pretty cool, showing their personalities for each of them. So I like that. Eggplant Wizard and King. Okay, King Hippo, I get. He wants to be a real king. He wants to be rich. He wants to, sit on his ass and eat chicken legs. Eggplant Wizard, what was he wishing for again?
I don't know. I think he just kind of went along with King Hippo. It's just like, well, I seem to be benefiting from this, so I won't try anything.
Yeah. Is that the only time that they double-cross Mother Brain, the entire series?
I'm going to guess no, just because it's the prerogative of underlings to double-cross the leader.
All right. We are going to get zapped after this.
I thought you'd never ask.
This is is going into the palace vault until we can decide what should be done with it.
With that kind of magic at my command, my power would be limitless. I must get my tentacles on that lamp.
What do you want with a stupid old lamp, Mother Brain? We've got plenty of light here on Metroid.
Yes, but we could all use a little more illumination, couldn't we? Now don't get any more bright ideas. You dimwit, just give me that magic lamp.
Your wishes are command, Mother Breath. Later that evening, as the N-Team sleeps.
Anymore.
He who holds the lamp is my master. What is your wish?
I want to be bigger than the others. Much bigger. This is fantasticus. I'm even bigger than Simonius.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Hey, what's going on, Gus? That's big enough. Stop. No more, Gus.
Who's there?
What's going on in here?
Kid Icarus! Oh, what have you done?
I only wanted to be bigger, Your Highness.
He must have used the lamp.
Selfish imp. He could have at least asked me to go with him.
I want you to wish yourself back to normal right now.
I can't, Gus. I dropped the lamp.
We'd better go down and get it.
Getting zapped. Oh, great. A quote, I'm not this or I'm not that self-esteem episode. I mean, I don't know, like I said in the Power Pads, I just found this episode tolerable. I didn't dislike it. I didn't love it, but I don't know, I guess coming off the excitement of what I didn't even realize was a two-parter and then going to this, it's kind of like, ugh. What's next? You know? I don't know. What was there anything you didn't like about this one?
Just that it's one of those everyone is special, you can be what you want to be type episodes that is kind of a lie. Yeah, as you grow older, you become kind of a cynical, cranky guy like me. But it's one of those that's like, it's like everyone's special in their own little way. Have a trophy, you know. In reality, it's like, yeah, Kid, you know. There were so many episodes where Kid Icarus was useful. It's like he. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating, but it's like he's not useless. It's just that in this episode, suddenly he's just, you know, incapable of keeping up with everyone else, whereas in other episodes that wouldn't be a problem. And plus, you got Mega Man there, who's also a shrimp, and like nothing is ever said about that.
Yeah, no.
Just like, no, this has to be Kid Icarus' story, so we'll just kind of leave that little detail on the side.
Yeah, if anything, Mega Man should have been the one that felt hurt because he was left out of being a shrimp.
But if I remember correctly, he does have his own little hang-up episode later on.
Yeah, he does. He does. All right, I think that's going to do it for this episode of Pixels, because there's not, like I said, I don't want to, I know I'm being a broken record when I say this, but there wasn't much here to like or dislike. It was just one of those middle-of-the-road episodes.
Yeah.
So, what music are we going to play for the lovely listeners?
I have not decided yet.
Okay, well, we will be hearing some sort of video game interlude.
It'll be in the show notes.
Okay, good deal. You'll have to send me those links. But yes, we will be back with ratings and final thoughts and closing the show after this.
Pause!
Are you looking for a weekly dose of gaming news and retro? And check out Off the Cuff, available Fridays on Geekcast Radio Network from the producers of XRG. New name, same.
Alright, we are back here on Pixels in the Animation, and we are going to rate these 3 episodes today. For Video Olympics, I am going to give it a 4 out of 5. I like the way... Again, the reason why I give it a 4 out of 5 is because I didn't know it was going to be it, because they're not titled Part 1, Part 2. Right. So you don't expect, you don't expect that unless you read Wiki or unless you read any other, description online. You don't expect that at all because they're individual episodes. Or they look like they're individual episodes. Sure, like I said, did they all get matching and blue and yellow end gear? That's that's a nitpick at best. The animation error on Simon, it's like I said, it's like 3 seconds. If you blink, you miss it. But I found it interesting that because the animation error occurred with his dark blue, I don't know if that's a suit or a jacket or whatever the hell whatever the hell he's wearing, it changed to light blue, and then poof, they all have light blue stuff on. It was kind of interesting. What about you for Video Olympics?
I'm gonna give it a 3. It was kind of a weak plot. I understand that the real story was in Part 2, but the setup was just kind of weak, and some of the animation, there weren't any overt errors, but it was, the character models were a little weak in the episode. And like I said, the wall-eyed expressions are when I start getting kind of SD. It's like, where are those eyes? Where are those eyes pointing? I don't know.
Yes. Up a certain princess's skirt, that's where they're probably all pointing.
Oh.
Mega Trouble in Megaland. I really like this, even though this was the episode that the Mega Move just annoyed the crap out of me, and I thought that Simon was a hard character here. I'm still... The episode, the story, the plot, everything about it was really, really cool. Again, the voice acting is pretty stellar. I'm still going to give this one a 4 out of 5. What about you?
I'll give it a 4, yeah. Much better episode.
And wishful thinking, too. Like I said, and I know I'm being a broken record here. Nothing spectacular happens either way. Nothing spectacularly bad or spectacularly good really no emotion. Like when you first see the intro to this show and Kevin getting sucked into the TV, if you're ruled by nostalgia like I usually am most of the time, you're going to have some sort of emotional moment about it. But here, in this episode, it was just nothing. So 2 out of 5 for me. No. What about you?
I'll give it a 3. I actually thought it was a pretty funny episode, but it gets docked a couple points for being a Kid Icarus episode. But God, I love the sarcastic, insulting genie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exasperated, didn't want shit from anyone, and casually insulted characters as he was talking to them.
Yeah, if it was all about the genie all the time, in this episode I probably would have given it higher, but yeah, I don't know. All right. What's going on over at NoSuperPants.com?
Well, continuing my side story arc, I guess you would say, I'm wrapping up the story called Parker Lynn Bailey's Day Off. It was actually from a book that I was published in several years ago. I'm finally putting it online. After that, I have some comics drawn by other artists around the internet. So people might be kind of excited to see who I got. Got some pretty good ones coming up.
Very cool, very cool. All right, thank you for joining us here on Pixels in the Animation. There are several ways to get in contact with us or leave feedback for the show. Visit the website, geekcastradio.com. You can comment on all the posts there. Email us, feedback@geekcastradio.com. Leave the show's feedback on iTunes. Please do this. We want more iTunes reviews, people, or at least I do anyway. Follow us on Twitter. The network name there is @GeekCastRadio. Mine is @TFG and Mike. What is your Twitter name, sir?
Neil Sama.
Become a fan on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/GeekCastRadio Network. You can also check out Animation Aficionados and the CN Comic over there.
Yes.
As well as Neil's Classic Gaming, where you talk about your gaming fetishes. I'm thinking you should probably start posting about this.
Oh, yeah. There will be posts there for each of the episodes that we're doing.
Oh, no. I mean, just like in general, like Donkey Kong posts or Metroid, just kind of as an aside.
Yeah, I can do that.
Call the voicemail line. Tell us the show you're leaving the message for and your name. 502-526-5821. Please remember there is a 5-minute time limit. We hope you enjoyed the latest episode of Pixels in the Animation. I wish you will join us next time when we will be reviewing 3 more episodes from Captain and the Game Master. Those being... Oh, no. 3 Men and a Dragon.
A Dragon Warrior episode already. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, and that wasn't what I was thinking at all. I was thinking more of 3 men and a baby. Mr. and Mrs. Mother Brain. Oh, no.
I know what that is.
Oh, no.
It's a Simon episode.
Yes, I refuse. And Nightmare on Mother Brain's Street, which Kevin actually quoted in...
That's right.
He quoted it in Megaland. Mega Trouble for Megaland. He said, oh man, it's more like a Nightmare on Mother Brain Street. So, yeah, it was interesting to see that. For now, I am TFU and Mike with...
TV's Mr. Neil.
Tune in next time and help us find the pixels in the animation. We will catch you then.
Kevin? I thought I told you to clean up your room. Whoa!
Captain N, the Game Master.